Thank you for joining us today. Goa has always been integral to India's shipbuilding journey. From traditional boat making along its rivers to the modern shipyards constructing advanced vessels for the defense, commercial, and coastal operations, Goa has played a defining role in the strengthening of India's maritime capability. Today, the state is home to some of the country's most prominent shipyards, both in the public and private sphere, supporting coastal shipping, inland waterways, and national defense manufacturing. With the strategic location, skilled workforce, and centuries-old maritime heritage, Goa remains a natural hub for shipbuilding and marine innovation. As India charts its course towards becoming a global maritime power, states like Goa are uniquely positioned to lead this transformation. At CII, we've been closely observing the remarkable momentum that India's shipbuilding sector, both nationally and at the state level. The growth numbers speak for itself. From $19 million in 2022 to over $1.12 billion in 2024. This is more than just a number. It represents growing confidence, enterprise, and ambition to make India a global player in shipbuilding. Recognizing this potential and the need for a cohesive national maritime direction, CII felt that it was time to create a platform that could align industry efforts with the Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047 by the Government of India. That conviction led to the CII Conference on Sustainable Shipbuilding 2025, which was held under the theme of India's Shipbuilding Roadmap towards Maritime Amrit Kal Vision 2047. The timing of this initiative could not have been more critical. To truly realize India's maritime ambitions, we must bring together every stakeholder: policymakers, shipyards, innovators, investors, defense representatives, academia, suppliers, and designers, to build a shared and sustainable ecosystem for growth. I'm pleased to share that the conference achieved exactly that. It provided a comprehensive national platform for discussion, collaboration, and long-term planning for the future of Indian shipbuilding. Our deliberations centered on three key priority areas identified under the Amrit Kal Vision 2047. First, enhancing the modal share of coastal and inland water transport. Second, promoting maritime professional services and skill development. And third, positioning India as a global leader in shipbuilding, ship repair, and ship recycling. The response to the conference was deeply encouraging. We saw participation from over 300 delegates, senior government officials, shipyard leaders, technology experts, maritime professionals, and many delegates from outside the country. The discussions were forward-looking, constructive, and united by a shared sense of purpose. There was a broad consensus that strong industry-government partnerships are essential to ensuring India's maritime goals and unlocking the vast potential of our shipbuilding sector. This was the first conference of its kind in Goa, dedicated exclusively to building a sustainable and globally competitive shipbuilding industry. The energy, ideas, and collaborations we witnessed reaffirm that this is just the beginning of a much larger journey. As a natural outcome of this effort, CII, in partnership with the industry and the Government of Goa, has prepared the Goa Shipbuilding Vision document, a roadmap to position Goa as a leading shipbuilding and marine innovation hub for the next decade. May I now request that the vision document be brought forward and distributed amongst the participants.
Request if you can launch it, Chairman.
Okay. Is this open? Thank you. The document is not just a publication, it represents a shared vision and commitment to action. It captures the aspirations of the industry that is ready to grow responsibly, sustainably, and globally. Goa has the heritage, the skill, and the entrepreneurial spirit to lead this next chapter of India's maritime story. And CII remains committed to working hand in hand with the government and industry partners to ensure that the vision we set forth today becomes a reality, creating new jobs, driving innovation, and strengthening India's position as a shipbuilding nation. Thank you. I'll now hand over to Mr. Prasad Sawant, who is a convener for the Shipbuilding and Defence Panel in the CII Goa State Council.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here today as the convener for CII Shipbuilding Panel to share a significant milestone for Goa's maritime industry, that is the launch of the Goa Shipbuilding Vision Document 2037. This document lays out a comprehensive roadmap for positioning Goa as a strategic hub for shipbuilding within India's growing maritime sector. Shipbuilding has long been one of the Goa's most important industries. It combines a rich maritime legacy with modern engineering capabilities, producing a wide range of vessels right from defense to coastal freighters and environmentally sustainable short-sea shipping vessels. And this range not only from the conventional diesel propulsion but also latest modern electric hybrid propulsion systems. Goa, with its natural harbour facilities, a skilled workforce, a rich legacy of shipbuilding from last more than 5 decades, and a vibrant industrial ecosystem, Goa is uniquely positioned to continue to play a leading role in India's shipbuilding journey. However, today, Goa faces growing competition from other shipbuilding capacity which is developing in other coastal states such as Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. To maintain and strengthen its leadership, we as a state must focus on strategic investments in infrastructure, policy, technology, talent, and skill development. Our vision is not just about expanding shipbuilding capacity. It is also about building a complete ecosystem for the region. Creating high-value jobs for our Goan youth, our MSMEs, and developing a world-class innovation capabilities in shipbuilding is the goal that we have to achieve. The vision highlights the enormous growth potential for Goa's shipbuilding sector. Currently valued at around 2,865 crores, that is the annual output of the ships and marine assets that get built in Goa, we contribute to almost 40% of India's commercial vessels that are built. And this industry is projected to reach to over 64,000 crores by 2037, contributing nearly to 11% of state's gross domestic product. Beyond this economic value, shipbuilding is a labor-intensive industry with a high employment multiplier for each job that is created in shipyard. It creates about 7 indirect jobs, which is across the supply chain. And to realize this potential, the vision document which we have launched today identifies the key focus areas for infrastructure, policy, financial support, skill development, and innovation. Let me highlight some key recommendations that we have laid out. First is the establishment of a dedicated Goa Maritime Board to serve as a single window of authority for shipbuilding clearances, integrating customs and environmental and port approvals in unified digital platform which will streamline the operations and efficiency towards ease of doing business. Second, creation of degree and elective courses for our colleges so that there is a continuous development of a pipeline of skilled talent which will foster world-class innovation, support research and development in modern ship design, modular construction, automation and green shipbuilding technologies. Third, strengthening of shipbuilding and related infrastructure, logistics and supply chain, including maintenance, dredging, construction facilities to support efficient shipbuilding operations. This is crucial so that Goa contributes to have its edge in the national shipbuilding output. Fourth, implementing targeted fiscal incentives, policy support, and most importantly, the industry-academia partnerships to accelerate sustainable growth. This also encompasses subsidies for green vessels, support for strategic projects, and initiatives that would encourage innovation, R&D, and workforce development. Ladies and gentlemen, the Goa Shipbuilding Vision Document 2037 is a roadmap not just for growth, but for building high-value, innovation-driven, and a sustainable maritime ecosystem that will benefit entire region. By recommending this recommendation, Goa can retain its position in India's shipbuilding sector and create meaningful opportunities for our youth and emerge as a globally competitive maritime hub. I call upon all the stakeholders, government, industry, academia, civil society to create this vision a reality and to ensure that Goa remains at the forefront of India's maritime industry by create high quality niche jobs for years to come. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll open for questions. It contributes 40% of commercial vessels built in India currently. So, see, shipbuilding is extremely important. If you see, since World War II, countries that have gone from developing country status to developed country status, out of the 3 or 4 main industries that each of them have pursued, shipbuilding has always been. So if you're looking at China, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, they've all had strong maritime sectors over there. However, what we're talking about is 40% and actually quite a low base. The base in India is quite low. If you look at India globally, we're less than 1% of global shipbuilding, which India is aiming to, increase that up to probably approximately between 6 to 10% of global shipbuilding. So, when India achieves a larger base, Goa probably will not contribute 40% at that time.
And size of the industry you said is 2,865 crore. So all that size, all that ships are built in Goa, or like what they are like? The size of the industry is totally in Goa, or it includes outside ships and
So that's the size of Goa.
When you say you want to increase the commercial shipbuilding, what kinds of ship are you referring to? Is it like industrial vessels or pleasure craft, that kind of?
See, the dominant contributor towards this industry will always be for industrial applications, transport applications, whether it's dry bulk cargo, liquid, gas, it will be, or containers. It will always be industrial applications.
But there is no plan to maybe because most of the yachts that are operating in Goa are imported from Europe. So
From a shipbuilding perspective, the pleasure craft industry is an extremely small part of it. Globally, it doesn't contribute that significant a part. Small vessels, small pleasure crafts don't contribute a significant part to global shipbuilding.
Goa is not looking in that direction.
No, there are companies that are doing this. They should also be encouraged because it generates a lot of high-skilled employment. But if you really see where the demand is, because you have to cater to demand, and the real demand opportunity is in large-scale industrial transport applications.
After mining closure, cars building is total stopping.
See, barge building has stopped, or greatly reduced at least in Goa. We're seeing with a degree of some mining restarting, we're seeing repair barges coming back up. However, if you look at Goa from a barge building perspective, Goa is extremely productive from a barge building perspective. Now that productivity can extend out to other vessels also. So there are opportunities available now for that.
Probably you can give us a picture of how many shipyards are there.
I don't have the exact number. I think it's
10 to 12 are active.
properly active for new build constructions. I think it's around 14 in Goa, but there are in total probably around 32 or so shipyards in the state.
So, Chogle, my name is Ashley Rosario. I represent the Goa. I just want from these 14 shipyards that you have mentioned, other than GSL, are there any ocean-going vessel building capacity in Goa? Is there any ocean-going vessel capacity?
There is. A few shipyards are making ocean-going vessels. The Chogle shipyard in Lotli and Rasai both are making ocean-going vessels for the European market. And Mandavi Dry Docks is also building some ocean-going vessels as well.
The recent incident at Vijay Mari.
This is the first time I'm seeing a shy media, so feel free to.
No, it's shy because of the question that's coming. The recent incident at Rasai, where the unfortunate accident at the Vijay Mari, what kind of safeguards the industry has for tackling such kind of efforts?
See, I can't comment specifically about what happened at Vijay Marine because I'm not privy to the exact details of that. But as a general rule across all shipyard, safety is an extremely important part of the operating principles of the business. And most shipyards would, in any review presentation, always start off with the safety presentation. If you look at classification societies also, that under which a lot of these ships that are built are under the supervision of, they also in any of the meetings will start off with a safety check right now. So safety is extremely important. With dealing with paint, we're dealing with extremely flammable materials, we're dealing with extremely heavy structures, we're dealing with a lot of people, we're dealing with cranes, so a lot of very heavy structures moving above a person's height. So safety is extremely important, and shipyards generally tend to have a very strong safety culture. But all in all, if you actually look at Goa's record from a safety perspective in shipbuilding, despite what happened over the weekend, you will see actually a very, very strong safety track record in the state. Probably one of the best in India, and probably one of the best in the world also.
What worries that the expansion plans will also require a lot of human resources. Technically, Goa has a very strong connect with the shipping industry in the sense that a large section of Goa's population is involved in providing human resource to the shipping industry. Is there any interaction happening between you all as CII and the existing human resource policies in the sector?
Well, see, I think you've actually come to what the fundamental point is regarding the opportunity in Goa. Goa, because of the promotion of and the development of the shipbuilding industry in Goa, because of really as an offshoot of the mining industry, because we used the rivers to navigate. Yeah. So I think if you look at across all states in the country, Goa is singularly the state that has probably the biggest competitive advantage from a knowledge perspective. The depth and expertise of the local knowledge base over here is something that none of the other states can really compete with. The knowledge, of course, is with a lot of people who have also moved into Goa and settled into Goa also. Now, this is really an opportunity. I mean, the way we should look at this is, look, all the states are moving extremely aggressively and assertively in terms of building up the shipbuilding capacities. Next week is the India Maritime Week. You will see a host of investment decisions being announced by particularly Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Orissa. You will see there's a lot of activity that is happening in the sector in those states. So Goa should really view it as from the perspective that it should not be an opportunity loss. You know, there are some areas that Goa can really do well in, particularly what I would say the smaller but higher technology ships. And that really is an area that Goa should not lose its opportunity to the other states. We want, of course, every state to do well because the country does well and we all progress. But there are certain capabilities that are there in Goa that Goa can play an extremely important role in the nation's development on this regard, but at the same time, somebody is going to do it, and it's better that it remains in Goa. Better for the nation and it's better for the state as well. Do you have anything to add?
We can highlight those 2-3 requirements of ours, which is Goa Maritime Board and the degree